A body starting from rest moves along a straight line with constant acceleration. The variation of speed v with the distance s is given by the graph. We know that from equations of motion, the relation between speed of the body and the distance covered by the body as v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Here it is given that initially body is at rest, that means u is equal to 0. The equation reduces to v square is equal to 2as, which is similar to equation of parabola. Now notice that when s increases, v also increases, but increase in v will be less than that of s. So option B is the right choice. The motor of an electric train can give it an acceleration of 1 meter per second squared, and the brakes can give a negative acceleration of 3 meter per second squared. The shortest time in which the train can make a trip between two stations 1215 meter apart is. Let A be the starting point and C be the final destination. Let B be the position till which the train accelerates and thereafter it decelerates. Let us denote AB by x1, BC by x2. The time taken by the train to travel from A to B be T1 and for B to C be T2. It is given that acceleration for the first part is 1 meter per second squared and for the second part it is minus 3 meter per second squared. The speed of the train at A is 0 meter per second and speed of the train at C is also 0 meter per second. Let the speed of the train at position B be v. We have general equation of motion v is equal to u plus at. Substituting for first part of the motion, we have final velocity is v equals initial velocity is 0 plus acceleration is a1, time is t1. Substituting and simplifying, we get v is equal to t1. This is equation number 1. And for the second part of the motion, we have final velocity is equal to 0, initial velocity is equal to v, acceleration is equal to a2, time is equal to t2. Substituting and simplifying, we will get v is equal to 3t2. This is equation number 2. From 1 and 2, we have t1 is equal to 3t2. Let us call this as equation number 3. Again, we know that displacement equation is given by x is equal to ut plus of at squared. Using this for first part, we have x1 equals 0 plus of a1 t1 squared. Substituting and simplifying, we have x1 is equal to 9 by 2 t2 squared. Call this as equation number 4. For the second part of the motion, we have x2 equals v t2 plus of a2 t2 squared. Substituting and simplifying, we will get x2 equals 3 by 2 t2 squared. Call this as equation number 5. Now x1 plus x2 is equal to 12 by 2 t2 squared, which is 6 t2 squared. But x1 plus x2 is total displacement, which is 1215. So 1215 is equal to 6 t2 squared. squared. Solving for T2, we'll get answer very close to 14 point something. So it is 14 point something seconds. And T1 will be very close to 42 point something in terms of seconds. So the total time to travel from A to C is equal to T1 plus T2, which is very close to 56 point something seconds. So option C is the right choice. A car covers the first half of the distance between two places at a speed of 40 km per hour and the second half at 60 km per hour. Average speed of the car is. Let us consider the total displacement covered by the car as 2x. So for the first part, that is displacement x, the speed of the car is 40 km per hour, and for the next part of the displacement, that is x again, is speed of the car is 60 km per hour. We know that average speed of the car is given by total displacement covered by total time taken. So time taken by the car to cover first part of the motion, say from A to B, is given by T1 is equal to displacement covered by speed, that is x by 40, and the time taken by the car to cover second half of the displacement is displacement by speed, that is 60. So x divided by 60. So now we have total displacement as x plus x. Total time, that is T1 plus T2, is x divided by 40 plus x divided by 60. Substituting, simplifying, we get the average speed of the car as 48 km per hour. Option D is the right choice. A conveyor belt is moving horizontally at a speed of 4 meters per second. A box of mass 20 kg is gently laid on it. It takes 0.1 seconds for the box to come to rest on the belt. The distance moved by the box on the conveyor belt is. Here it is given that mass of the box equal to 20 kg. When the box is gently laid on the conveyor belt, its initial velocity will be 0 meter per second. Hence, it moves relatively to the conveyor belt. Once it acquires the same velocity as that of conveyor belt, that is 4 meter per second, the box will be at rest with respect to the belt. The time taken by the box to do so is 0.1 second. Now let us find the acceleration of the box during this time interval, which is given by change in speed divided by time taken. So it is 4 minus 0 divided by 0.1 equal to 40 meter per second squared. We know that displacement covered by the body is equal to v squared divided by 2a, since the initial velocity is 0. Now substituting, we have 4 into 4 divided by 2 into 40. Solving this, we'll get the displacement equal to 0.2 meter. Option B is the right choice. A particle experiences constant acceleration for 20 seconds after starting from rest. If it travels a distance s1 in the first 10 seconds and distance s2 in the next 10 seconds, then let us consider this as the path travelled by the particle. In the first 10 seconds, it travels a distance s1, and in the next 10 seconds, it travels distance s2. From the equation of motion, s1 is equal to half a into 10 squared, since the initial velocity is 0. Here we have considered acceleration of the particle as a and time as 10. Solving this, we get S1 is equal to 50a. Let us call this as equation number 1. For the total displacement A to C, we have S1 plus S2 is equal to half A into 20 squared, which is equal to 200A. But S1 can be substituted as 50A. Therefore, we have 50A plus S2 equals 200A, or S2 is equal to 150A, which is equal to 3 times S1. Therefore, option C is the right choice. A thief is running away on a straight road on a jeep moving with a speed of 9 meters per second. A policeman chases him on a motorcycle moving at a speed of 10 meters per second. If the instantaneous separation of jeep from the motorcycle is 100 meters, how long will it take for the policeman to catch the thief? Here, the initial relative distance of separation is 100 meters. The relative velocity of the policeman with respect to thief is Vp minus Vt, that is equal to 10 minus 9, which is 1 meter per second. The relative acceleration between the policeman and the thief is 0 meter per second squared, since both of them are moving with constant velocity. Now, the time can be calculated using the formula the relative distance of separation divided by relative velocity, which is 100 divided by 1. Therefore, time is 100 seconds. Option D is the right choice. The displacement of a particle undergoing rectilinear motion along the x-axis is given by x is equal to 2t cube minus 21t squared plus 60t plus 6 meter. The acceleration of the particle when its velocity is 0 will be. It is given that x is equal to 2t cube minus 21t square plus 60t plus 6. Differentiating this with respect to time, we get velocity, which is 6t square minus 42t plus 60. Putting v equals 0, we get at what time the velocity becomes 0. Solving this quadratic equation, we get two solutions for t, which is t equals 5 seconds and t equals 2 seconds. Now, let us differentiate velocity with respect to time to get acceleration. Therefore, acceleration is equal to 12t minus 42. Putting t equals 5 seconds, we get acceleration equals plus 18 meter per second squared. Putting t equals 2 seconds, we get acceleration equals minus 18 meter per second squared. Option D is the right choice. Two bodies of different masses MA and MB are dropped from two different heights A and B. The ratio of time taken by the two to drop through these distances is. The time taken by the body during free fall from certain height, say h, is given by root of 2h divided by g. So it is clear that time taken by the body to reach the ground from height h during the free fall is directly proportional to root of the height. So here the height for the first case is a and for the second case is b. Hence the ratio of time is given by root of a is to root of b. Option C is the right choice. One body is dropped while a second body is thrown downward with an initial velocity of 1 meter per second simultaneously. The separation between these is 18 meters after a time. The relative initial velocity is given by the velocity of the first body minus velocity of the second body, which is 0 minus 1 equal to 1 meter per second in magnitude. Now the relative acceleration of the two bodies is given by a1 minus a2. a1 is 9.8 meter per second squared. a2 is also 9.8 meter per second squared. Hence the relative acceleration is 0. Now the time taken by this body to have the distance of separation equal to 18 meters is given by time is equal to relative distance of separation divided by relative speed. So it is 18 divided by 1 equals to 18 seconds. Option A is the right choice. A body is released from a great height and falls freely towards the earth. Another body is released from the same height exactly 1 second later. Then the separation between the two bodies 2 seconds after the release of the second body is. The time for which the first body is in motion is 3 seconds. Therefore, the displacement covered by the first body is half into 10 into 3 squared, which is equal to 45 meter. The time for which the second body is in motion is 2 seconds. Therefore, displacement covered by the second body is half into 10 into 2 squared, which is 20 meters. Therefore, distance of separation between these two bodies after 3 seconds we have S1 minus S2 equals to 45 minus 20, which is equal to 25 meter. Option D is the right choice.